Крутые парни по всей стране.
Oh, fuck, man, these kids are kicking my fucking ass, bro.
Такое братство, надежный щит, никто Россию не
Kids
победит.
are
ВДВ,
a lot of
с
work.
неба привет, ультрамариновый набок берет. Тельник с волной и море погон, с неба навеки десант обручен. ВДВ, сколько побед, из парашютов белый букет. Радугой мирной порядку пола, слава десанту, честь и хвала.
Честь и хвала!
В Центральном парке салют в Москве. Мечтают парни о ВДВ любым оружием. Владеть
Don't
легко,
forget the
знамя
daily
победы
bouquet.
главней всего. ВДВ, с неба привет, ультрамариновый набок берет. Тельник с волной и море погон, с неба навеки десант обручен. ВДВ, сколько побед, из парашютов белый букет. Радугой мирной порядку пола, слава десанту, честь и хвала.
Good luck trying
Честь и
to
хвала.
pronounce that motherfucker. It has more Z's than putting pizza back to back. There's so many Z's in that. And they're
Sleepy time.
В горячих точках, в горах, лесах атаку вихрем ведет десант, срываясь ливнем внезапно вниз. И только ставка по жизни жизнь. ВДВ, с неба привет, ультрамариновый навык берет. Тельник с волной и море погон, с неба навеки десант обручен. ВДВ, сколько побед, из парашютов белый букет. Радугой мирной порядку пола, слава десанту, честь и хвала. ВДВ, с неба привет, ультрамариновый навык берет. Тельник с волной и море погон, с неба навеки десант обручен. ВДВ, сколько побед, из парашютов белый букет. Радугой мирной порядку пола, слава десанту, честь и хвала.
Oh, we got 8 people watching. Holy shit.
Dude, they're only there for the music video.
You know,
That fucking piece of
I'll allow it. I mean, if there's anything you should show up for on this show that's of good consistency, it's dick jokes and that intro.
Good job, comrade.
I wanted to start out by giving a RIP.
To who, Matt? To
Hip-hop.
fucking who?
Hip hop.
Okay.
Hip hop is dead.
I thought you were
Hip-hop-
gonna go dig on the queen again.
Oh no, she's still dead. By the way, you can see her in London apparently. Hey everyone, come and see how dead she looks.
You guys want to see a dead guy?
Oh, I don't get that whole deal at all. In 2022, like yesterday, the whole like
Is this America? I thought it was America.
3/4 of the headlines on Drudge was about the fucking royal funeral or what the fuck ever. Like one of the headlines, I refused to buy into any of this horse shit. But one of the headlines, which I didn't click, is like the prince, the ginger prince, the one that married the American chick.
Harry.
He wasn't singing the words to the anthem or something during. It's like, why? Why does anybody give a solid fuck about any of this? I don't know.
So hip hop is dead.
Hip hop is dead, and so is the queen.
Okay, so what? there's your fucking show title right there.
Hip hop is dead, and so is the queen. Yep.
Ooh, it's intriguing because nobody will know which queen.
Right.
Yes.
Right. I mean, because like for all we know, I could be talking about Freddie Mercury. You know,
Yeah.
Who knows? The possibilities are endless.
Okay, so why is hip hop dead?
Well, you sent me this
killed it?
this campaign video. And I'm not saying that this lady did a bad job at the hip hop.
Oh, she murdered it.
Like straight up, yeah. Like one of Brigham Young's avenging angels just coming down on a Gentile, just wow,
Man.
Murdered it. But the fact that an 80-year-old Mormon woman from Utah running for state senate is rapping in a campaign ad, hip hop is officially dead, folks.
What's her name, Matt? I don't even remember her name.
It was it Laura Paulson?
Why don't you pull that bad boy up?
I'm bringing it up right now. I believe it was Laura Paulson.
Her name was Laura Paulson. Her name was Laura Paulson.
She seems like a really sweet lady.
What's her rapper name?
Brigham's
Delight. Brigham's Delight.
Something like that.
Yeah.
Is it Laura Paulson? Like I can't even remember now.
Laura Smith.
I know it's Paulson. Drinking Bros had it up on there. They God damn it. Everything's slow tonight. Here we go. Linda Paulson. Linda Paulson. For everybody that
done.
Linda Paulson.
I'm all at Twitter. The LP. The LP.
Linda Paulson. Come on.
You guys think you know music? You don't know shit.
You don't know
Linda
shit.
got this shit on lockdown.
She would win Compton with this ad.
Oh, undoubtedly. Totally genuine.
Oh, all right. Perfect. We got to pop this up here.
I can say she is the best Mormon rapper of all time.
I don't even think there's a close second.
If any.
If we're being completely honest, I don't think there's a close second.
That's not even a conspiracy theory. I think we could all agree on that.
Yeah. So this was a real doozy.
Hey, Utah District 12, listen up right here. There's a woman on the ballot for the Senate this year. Her name is Linda Paulson.
Oh, she's got a weird face.
Love God and family and the Constitution.
Vote.
Run. Nobody could do it, so I'm getting it done. I'm totally pro-life, pro-police, the right to bear arms and the right to free speech. I want less government control and regulation. Want to stop and expose all political corruption. Where's integrity, morality, accountability?
Where is it?
I love
this. The pose.
I love the facial expressions.
The pose while they're just looking up at the flag.
Schools, they're pushing for new beliefs. And just to clarify this, because there's some who can't define this, as a female adult, I know what a woman is.
Cash money, baby, cash money.
There's a longer version of that one, but that I think we got the idea. Like,
was that a one take? Was that a one take?
I had to have been.
I bet it was.
Like you can't replicate like perfection like that. That's a one and done.
The 5 best rappers of all time. Dialing, and dialing. I spit hot fire.
It's gonna be Tupac, Biggie, Kanye, Eminem, and Linda Paulson.
The LP. The Archangel Michael herself.
Oh, the Savage LP. That's what I'm. Savage LP. I almost want to move to Utah just so I can vote for this lady.
You know what? Donate to her campaign. Let's see what happens.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, there's not. Apparently, we're doing do this crazy thing all over again, why not just send it to Linda?
You know, I've never seen a face of a candidate that wants to ban abortion more than that lady.
Was she just that one picture where she's looking off into the clouds and the American flag's like, got rid of that goddamn Roe v. Wade up there.
Because she knows what a woman is.
Cash money, that's what she means. Oh, God bless her.
Go vote for Linda Paulson, all of you Utah listeners. She's probably not. I think she's like 80.
Because we don't have enough of that.
I know. So she's probably not long for this earth. But go vote for her. She earned a vote or two on that one.
You know, my buddy Telby sent me that. I said nothing tops Tiger King's campaign videos.
Those were fucking epic.
Cussing and listen here, motherfucker. Whoa, who's Militia Terry over here?
I was Militia Terry. Is
that, you know, like a Debbie Downer?
Oh yeah,
maybe a Militia Mitch. How about that?
Militia Mitch. Yeah, there we go.
There you go. Mm-hmm. Like a sad Sally. You know?
Mitch McConnell's not happy. He's not happy with the current events unfolding.
You know what? I think he got. I haven't seen purple lips on Mitch in a long time. Did you ever see that video of him like in front of the camera and his lips were like purple? I thought he was dying, and I haven't seen it in a while. You must have new medication,
or it's a body double.
Oh, or a lizard person,
right? Well, I mean, the current front runner for the Republican nominee is Donald J. Trump, and he was calling for him to be reinstated as president immediately. So why not have a body double for old Uncle Turtle?
He's the fifth Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle, Uncle Mitch.
Yeah. So let's going back to the old Donald J. Trump. What
did our boy do now?
Okay, so if you recall last week, and this one, like, I still, like, who could have seen coming what happened? But he, for some reason, out of all the fucking judges that he had at his disposal throughout the entire country, by the way, like the whole fucking country, the whole judicial system,
Judge Judy, Judge Mathis.
Right. He could have got Vanilla Ice if he wanted to.
Is Vanilla Ice is a judge?
He could be. I mean, why not?
I'm thinking back to the days when I used to watch Jerry Springer and those commercials like, are you bored all day? Become a judge.
Like, well, I mean, Jerry Springer was a mayor and I think in the House of Representatives, so fuck, why not?
He was.
Anyways, Dennis Hoff owned a brothel, died, and still got elected in the state of Nevada. God bless.
Best last request ever.
I mean, talk about a comeback story. The dude fucking died 2 weeks before the election and won the motherfucker.
Where was this at?
Here in Nevada.
Oh.
The guy that owns the Bunny Ranch.
Oh, neato.
Yeah. Well, it wasn't because people were stupid. It was just like nobody liked the Democrat candidate, and they knew that, the guy's dead, so he's not going to take office, so they're going to have to appoint somebody else. But mostly it was like, no, fuck this other guy.
Can you imagine losing to a dead guy?
Oh, dude. That's how bad they hated the other guy.
Like, just emasculated. Like you just.
It wasn't like one of those stories that like went by the wayside. Like it was fucking national news, and it's a guy in your district. They knew, but they said it's like, no, fuck this other dude.
So Donald J. Trump,
All right, so
Judge Judy out.
Yeah. So the two candidates that he submits for the special master position to filter through all the evidence and decide which what the DOJ gets to use and what they don't get to use and blah 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 blah. All the horse shit. And one of the judges that he selects as his candidates is none other than the judge who signs the FISA warrant for surveillance on Carter Page, which really kicks off the entire Russiagate 3-year fucking fiasco, the Mueller report, all that shit.
Is he just like, is his team thinking maybe like the judge knows he fucked up on signing on that?
Maybe. I don't
like it's but then like we talked about how he could claim it's the deep state. Well, you chose him.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm trying to think through that.
I don't see the play there, except for otherwise you can he just say, well, it's rigged. I'm like, okay, well pick a judge that's not going to rig it. If that's indeed the case. So anyway, who does the original judge select for the special master? But this guy that signed off on the Carter Page FISA warrant that started the whole Russiagate Mueller investigation, tied up 3 fucking years of Donald Trump's first term as president. And that's who you're like, I trust that guy to sift through all this information that may or may not be classified and may or may not be under executive privilege or what the fuck else ever. I don't know.
Did you hear there was some like late breaking news today that something to the extent that the Trump lawyers made it known that they know an indictment's coming down or something like that?
I saw a headline and then I also saw like this guy, I forget his name, but it's like Judge Rainier or something like that. Mm-hmm. I forget. But he was like sparring back and forth with the Trump team because he said at this point it's a civil matter, not a criminal investigation because there's no indictment. And so now the burden of proof is upon the Trump team to prove that this was all, overreach and whatnot, which seems fishy. But either way, it's not going particularly well for the Trump team. It seems like
he hasn't selected a great team. It looks like
right. So like, just once again, because you always have to preface this shit when you're talking about Trump one way or the other. I 100% think that this is bullshit. This whole investigation is nothing but pure political gamesmanship. That being said, Donald Trump is not fucking helping his cause whatsoever.
I knew he was fucked when all these like scholars or these constitutional scholars like Turley started talking about it. Like, yeah, he's fucking like,
and all of them are like, I don't
petty?
think this should happen.
Is it petty, and is it the same like stuff maybe you could hammer on Hillary Clinton for? Yes. But like, dude, shut your fucking
right. Just like shut the fuck up. And yeah, because his legal team's got to be like, what the fuck, dude? Like, just stop. Just please, just stop.
You know what they need to do? They need to roll up a piece of paper, and every time he talks or tweets, he's like, no.
All right.
Okay, after this, I have another moment where I wanted to roll up a paper and just hit somebody on the nose and tell them
okay.
No.
Well, I just like, what happens if, say, Ron DeSantis deports Trump to Martha's Vineyard?
Under what pretext?
I don't know, but just like, what would the outrage be there? Because, like, who would they be mad at? Who would the lefties be outraged at?
I think they'd
Trump,
be
Trump
real
or
quiet.
DeSantis
They might be real quiet for a while.
might be. All right. So who did you? What was really grinding your gears here?
You know what really grind my gears this weekend? The Denver Broncos head coach.
Oh,
Did you watch that game?
parts of it. I didn't get to watch all of it. I was doing an interview, like right as it started, so I got to watch like the second half, and my
Holy
God,
fuck.
they look like dog shit.
So I've played high school football. I've watched high school. I've watched college. I've watched NFL. Not even in high school with the shitty ass teams. I've never seen them not have enough men on the field during a punt return, and the man who was missing was the fucking returner. That's
I missed that one. Jesus Christ.
on top of that. So last week the Broncos lost because they had their kicker try a 64-yarder in Seattle. Okay, 64 yards in Seattle.
Yeah, like the heaviest air in the United States.
So
Like
now,
just fully saturated all the time.
so now there was a situation where McManus, the kicker, was going to kick from 54. Of course, the Broncos, who had 11 penalties for almost 100 yards in the first half, they've had 25 penalties in the first two games. That's the most they've ever had ever. And the next team has like 17. So they get a penalty. It gets bounced back to the 59-yard line. He won't let McManus kick a 59-yarder in perfect conditions in Denver. He punted. Like, the dude he doesn't know what the fuck's going on. And then, oh my God, it was 3rd and 1. We have running backs who had 6 yards per carry and 4 yards per carry. 3rd and 1. He does a fullback option that loses fucking yards. It's like he's getting too cute. It's all too fucking cute. It's like Shirley Temple cutesy wootsy shit. Just fucking, and they keep on saying like, oh, this guy grew up around coaching. Doesn't look like it.
Well, like, okay, well, we just spent $250 million on Russell Wilson. Like, let's use Russell Wilson.
Russ doesn't look great either, though.
No, I know.
Fuck, man.
You know,
sold the farm on this one, bud.
I because of the Monday night games, I cleaned up last night on my betting, and that made me even for the weekend because who was it that fucked me hard? It was
it the Jets?
No, I stayed away from that game. Remember, we said that game is fucking gross. I'm not touching it.
Oh my God, the Jets
and
won.
I'm so glad. I'm so glad I didn't mess with that.
31-30.
Yeah, that was
what the fuck? That's why everybody loves the NFL. You have no fucking clue. Nothing.
I know. And then Arizona coming all the way back, and when that was in overtime, right?
Yeah. Oh, we were yelling at the TV because Josh McDaniels coach is now like, make that little pussy bitch lose.
We'll come back to the Arizona incident later, but
I heard about that too.
Yeah, well, I guess we might as well just cover it now because
what happened?
Well, he was celebrating in the in the crowd, or like at the first row after at the last play of the game. Who wins it? What's his name? The
Kyler
quarterback, Kyler Murray. Yeah, so he's celebrating in the back of the end zone in the in the crowd there, and some dude like barely grazes his face, like from the second row, and it looked like he was like trying to push him or something, but like caught him in the face, and now like the police are investigating, and like literally nothing happened.
Isn't that bottle plastic too now? Because there's no more bottles in the stadium.
Probably, but like I don't know. I watched the video in slow-mo one time this morning, and I was like, oh, that's fucking dumb. And then I haven't.
The police are fucking involved.
Yeah, I haven't looked at so I haven't really gone into it. I just like, I kind of hate Kyler Murray. Like, I don't know if he was the one involved with this, like the investigation deal or whatever. But either way, it makes me kind of hate him right now.
They had the perfect description of him running. It was like when your 8-year-old is running away from you. Like he does. He looks like what was the kid in that Keanu Reeves movie about the baseball movie?
Oh yeah, Hardball.
Little baby. Like he looks like a little baby from it.
All right, so I'm looking at Packers Bears. I called that one. I stayed away from the Raiders Cardinals. It was the fucking Bengals. They screwed me over.
Oh, damn, dude.
And and then the Ravens. I thought the Ravens were going to win that. It looked like they were, and then Dolphins look pretty good.
Dolphins look really good.
And holy shit, the Bills look unstoppable. Dude, like
Brian was going to say, Brian says, really, we're not going to talk about the Texas game where the ref proved you can't tackle a QB anymore? Brian, I got to admit, I'm not a huge college fan. So I'm guessing Hook'em Horns didn't have a great week.
I'm guessing not. I have not watched college football in a while.
Brian, keep this in the back of your head. At least you're not Colorado college football teams right now.
That's true. Well, I mean, kind of just Colorado football teams in general. I started off the season with really high hopes for the Broncos, and they've kind of cratered a lot after 2 weeks. I'm just like, especially after the Thursday night game. Like, that was a fucking great game, and you're just like, oh, yeah, that we're gonna play both of them twice. That's cool.
Like, you're not CSU, dude.
Yeah.
I'm okay. Yeah. I'm curious now.
I would guess.
I'm gonna go see.
Did somebody? Okay. Fill me in on what happened, but I didn't pay much attention to college football this week. Sounds like Georgia is really fucking good again. I don't know. But the NFL, I was just about set to lose my ass when I say lose my ass, I had $20 on the line. But
okay, I'm gonna call erroneous on all accounts.
Okay.
Texas won 41-22.
Okay.
So they won. We don't even win here. That's right.
Yeah. But yeah, if it hadn't been for the Eagles and the Bills last night, I would have lost every bet this weekend, I think. Yeah, there was some. I'd have to go back and see what my bets were, but there's some other team that lost that wasn't supposed to lose, and
I was just looking back through our text messages of things we send back and forth. I was very intrigued by the meat guy.
It was the Seahawks. That's who it was, because I remember I posted that screenshot. Seattle. I said all they had to do was lose by less than 16. I put them in a teaser. They were 10-point dogs, and I said, all right, 16 points. It's against against San Francisco. They haven't looked great, but they got a good defense and whatnot. No, they fucking got blown out, and yeah. Don Beebe. I remember Don Beebe. No, I like the Bills just because of their fans. I like Josh Allen. Josh Allen should be a fucking Bronco.
Yes, he should. Who did we choose instead?
Bradley Chubb.
We could have got the generational lineman, Quentin Nelson.
Yeah. Yeah. Either one of them. Like you take the guard, Quentin Nelson, or Josh Allen. Like, Either one of those. Like Bradley Chubb's a great player. Don't get me wrong. He's good. He's a good player. But
he's fucking hurt all the time.
True. Yeah.
So,
I don't know.
So I have to ask you. I didn't get to read the article. I kind of want to save it. The article about the gentleman, the Incredimeat. What's the meat product he?
I think it was Beyond Meat.
Beyond Meat.
Yeah,
I hear he's having some trouble with motor vehicles.
We're
motors.
going to. It's the Beyond Meat COO, and we are going to delve into this deal because it's a fun one.
So, what is Beyond Meat?
Beyond Meat is like the Impossible Meat. You know that it's not meat. It's the plant-based bullshit. So it's a slurry of like soy protein and pea protein and a whole bunch of other chemicals, and then some flavorings to make it taste like a hamburger.
You know what? I'm not even gonna lie. I wanted to try the Burger King Beyond Meat just to taste it.
I tried it. It's the very initial taste, like the first like split second, they nailed that flavor. It still kind of tastes like the Whopper, but then
it tastes like semen.
Well, then it's just like nah.
Nah, dog.
Yeah.
No,
yeah. So Beyond Meat COO Doug Ramsey arrested for allegedly biting man's nose after Arkansas college football game.
Reading that headline, if I were to say, hey, where do you think this took place? I'd either say West Virginia or Arkansas or Florida.
Suey!
You know what we got to do tonight? Remember how I sent you that suggestion that if you put in your birth date and then add Florida Man?
Oh, Florida Man? Yeah, we can do that. Should we do it for Arkansas Man too?
We could. We could.
Okay. So Beyond Meat Chief Operating Officer Doug Ramsey was arrested this weekend after allegedly biting a man's nose in an Arkansas parking garage following a college football game. Ramsey, 53, was charged with terroristic threatening and third-degree battery and was booked into the Washington County, Arkansas jail Saturday evening.
I haven't even heard of terroristic threatening. Wow.
I have not either.
Did he like pull out a political pamphlet?
I hope so. We can only hope. He was released Sunday, according to the Washington Information page. Ramsey and Beyond Meat did not immediately respond for requests for comment. I would imagine not. I would imagine not.
Keep quiet on that one.
Yeah, the altercation happened in a parking garage near Donald W. Reynolds Razorback Stadium in Fayetteville after a University of Arkansas football game, according to a preliminary police report. Ramsey allegedly punched through the windshield of a Subaru after it made contact with the front tire of Ramsey's car. The
Quick
Subaru
question.
owner, yes.
How many stickers do you think were on the Subaru?
They come from the factory with a minimum of 8.
And they're required to have a coexist on there.
A coexist,
okay.
And it depends on the part of the country. So it's either going to be a Colorado native sticker, even though we all know that's a bullshit sticker, or it'll be out here. It's a Keep Tahoe blue.
I was going to say, I don't think there would be any Arkansas license plates from a Subaru. Yeah.
Well, the people probably driving this vehicle made license plates in prison at one point, probably. Would be my guess.
I made this one. It says Dick.
Ramsey allegedly punched through the back windshield of a Subaru after it made contact with the front tire of Ramsey's car. The Subaru owner then got out of his car and Ramsey allegedly started punching him and bit his nose, ripping the flesh on the tip of the nose, according to the report.
Wow.
The victim and a witness also alleged that Ramsey told the Subaru owner he would kill him.
He went full Hannibal Lecter.
Yeah. Campus police declined to comment to CNBC, citing an ongoing investigation. Can you imagine the fucking rent-a-cop, the campus police that had to deal with that?
They come up and it looks just like the start of every zombie film. Like, what the fuck is this?
And everybody remember, this is a comedy show. But how funny in the grand scheme of things, how funny would it have been for this kind of middle-aged white dude to get shot by cops, by campus police?
They ride up in their bike. There's two of them on their bike. They're just coming fresh off a BUI ticket.
Once again, it's a comedy podcast, but it would have been goddamn hilarious for this dude to be a victim of police brutality, leaving the Arkansas Razorbacks football game.
Oh, fucking A, dude. I can't handle.
Ramsey has been the chief operating officer of Beyond Meat since December. Short-lived tenure.
Oh,
the company has been facing skepticism from investors over disappointing sales, operating challenges, and its long-term growth prospects. Let's see. Before joining the maker of Meat Alternatives, Ramsey spent 3 decades at Tyson Foods, overseeing its poultry and McDonald's businesses. So anyway, that's there you go. There's packing industry's finest, Doug Ramsey. I wonder if he's related to Dave Ramsey, the the financial guru. You know who I'm talking about?
No.
He's got a radio show and he's like the get out of debt guy,
Oh, is it with the guy with the question mark suit?
No. This guy's actually he's pretty legit. But anyway, he's like the one where like you cut up all your credit cards, and then you budget your money out, and it's mostly budgeting more than anything. But yeah, that's Dave Ramsey. So, but Doug Ramsey doesn't fuck around. Like you bump his car with your stupid fucking Subaru, I'm coming at you like a spider monkey, all up in your face.
So I did the Florida Man Challenge.
Uh-huh.
And it has nothing to do with my birthday, but the story that came up is I didn't read through it, but the title.
Florida man hit dad in face with pizza after learning he helped deliver him.
Like, what the fuck?
Oh, that's so good. So funny. Oh, well, speaking of Florida man, Ron DeSantis has been in the news this week. Ron DeSantis has made a lot of news.
He has.
All right. So then also I think we gotta do a little disclaimer here too, because that this whole like shipping migrants to different places and like just playing in like political hot potato, I find just gross all the way around. However,
having said that,
Ron DeSantis made one of the most genius political moves I've ever seen.
You know what's the most ridiculous thing about the whole thing is how 50 migrants, 50 were sent to Martha's Vineyard, and they 50. Went fucking ape shit. All while they had everybody's welcome signs in the yard. like Texas, who's absorbed like millions of people, and New York gets a couple thousand, and they're just like, this is unacceptable.
So, I guess if anybody's been living under a rock,
The Queen's dead, by the way.
the Queen is still dead. She is still dead. She's on display if you'd like to see a dead body. A royal dead body. She's on display.
It's kind of like the King Tut exhibit. It goes around the museums.
I would love to go up to one of the guards and be like, how much for the floor model? Is there a discount? Where would you display the Queen's dead body if you could buy the Queen's corpse? Like, would you like mount it on the hood of your Cadillac?
I mean, you'd have to have it over a fireplace, right?
I would think so. But like, what if you got her like all taxidermied where she's like leaning up on her side, all seductive, and you just like mounted it like a set of horns on a Cadillac? I mean, it's not a terrible idea.
No, I would do the classic grizzly bear pose where they're standing on their hind legs, mouth open. Probably. Yeah.
There you go. Okay. All right. Well, where were we at now? Ron DeSantis is a bad man. He's a bad man. Yeah. So 50. He sent, and I guess the way it because like there's layers to this onion here. Some of the migrants came across the border in Texas. Some of them landed in Florida. Most of them are from Venezuela. And this was just shortly after Kamala Harris, Vice President Kamala Harris, in an interview said the border is secure. Like definitively, like 2 different times they said the border is secure.
Did you hear the latest on why they haven't been able to tamper this down? Have you heard the latest?
No, but I'm gonna pause you right there because we have got a comment that going back to our previous conversation of what would you do with the Queen's corpse if you could buy it. A queen rug to shag on is Brian. Brian, what are the mechanics behind this? Like,
is she splayed out like a grizzly bear?
I mean, if she is properly taxidermied, maybe this makes sense.
All I can see is a queen carpet and the CEO of ExxonMobil saying, sorry.
All right, so like, is the vagina still going to be operable at that?
Shit, Jesus Christ.
Well, it's the Queen. Pay some respect here, all right?
Oh, man. God.
All right.
I'm fucking broke.
Back to Ron DeSantis. Ron DeSantis is a bad man.
One point I would like to make. The Queen is still dead.
Queen is still dead.
Still dead.
Yes. Yes. Ron DeSantis is a bad man. So he recruited 50 Venezuelan migrants somehow or another. I don't know. Some of them are from Texas, but either way, put them on 2 private planes and sent them over to Martha's Vineyard. If anybody's never been to Martha's Vineyard, you should go. Martha's Vineyard's fucking awesome. Like it is one of the coolest places I've ever been to. I saw a nude beach there. Wasn't all that impressed with the nude beach, but Martha's Vineyard in itself was really awesome.
I feel like Martha Vineyard beach would be a lot of saggy boobs. Is that...
the nude beach, very much so.
Yes.
But there was like a younger section of the nude beach where they mostly just went topless. Saw some really nice titties there. So
God bless.
Either way, I endorse Martha's Vineyard. It's an awesome place. So I thought it was really cool, for Ron DeSantis. making the best out of a really shitty situation. A whole disclaimer and all. Find the whole thing kind of gross, but either way, if you put that aside and you look at just the sheer like political gamesmanship and then the comedy and the hypocrisy that all unfolded because of this little deal, it was a genius move by Ron DeSantis. Like fucking brilliant.
Ron DeSantis comes off as kind of sneaky. I don't know why.
I think so too. But either way, so you have this flood of illegal immigration coming across the southern border, probably some coming across the northern border. I bet that's going to pick up in intensity the longer Trudeau's in office. And then, yeah, and then there's like nothing being done about it from, well, I guess they're trying to start building the wall again, even though that was a Trump thing. So
today the excuse turned into that because they were trying to discover root causes in Mexico and the triangle. It's all messed up now because most of the refugees are from Venezuela, Cuba, and somewhere else. Like, yeah. And I'm just thinking like, okay, isn't the whole goal of root cause is to just take all the data and not focus on anything? Mm-hmm. Like, you want to gather what the problem is first before you focus on something.
You know what the whole like the response to the Martha's Vineyard crisis. So 50 people they sent there, and within 48 hours, I don't know exactly how long they were there, but they deployed the National Guard, 125 National Guard troops.
They deployed
125 National Guard troops to deal with 50 people.
Was Nancy in charge of that day, since we know how she reacts towards people of Hispanic descent?
I believe she had some important stock portfolio meetings to deal with that day. So she was unavailable to, corroborate the whole National Guard thing.
Is that little girl the hero of 2022? I think so.
She might be.
She's the hero.
She might be.
She's getting in that fucking picture.
Fuck, that was so good. That was really funny. This whole response, so they put him up in this church for overnight, and then they brought some food to him, but it was like these are really, for the most part, outside of like the locals there in Martha's Vineyard, it is nothing but rich people that vacation there. And so I'm sure that, and like most of those people, they don't cook, they have cooks, or they go to a restaurant every night. Like literally, this comes from spending a total of 3 weeks, 3 different summers on Martha's Vineyard with very wealthy people.
Wait, why did you get to go to Martha's Vineyard? I thought you were bullshitting.
No, I've been there. Yeah, and so the folks that helped pay for my brother John coming over from Vietnam, when we went and visited, they had 3 houses on Martha's Vineyard.
That's cool. Oh yeah, shit.
Yeah. So, and like I said, those people don't cook, so they don't do grocery runs, because why would they? They got servants for that. And so
give me my groceries, peasant.
I'm sure they just raided the food bank, and it's like, all right, give it to these poor brown people, and then, by the way, get them the fuck off our island. So they took them to a military base.
And somehow that's more promising than where they came from.
Right.
And how fucking fucked up is Venezuela right now?
It feels to me like this whole the way they did it feels a lot like when I went on a mission trip right over the border into Mexico in high school. We're like, we went and did these little plays on the street, and then we're like, hey, we save some souls today or something. I don't know.
Wait. You did plays on the side of the street?
Yeah, it was like with this whole there was like a whole bunch of churches. It was like church camp / mission trip.
Wait. So the
Yeah.
mission trip was not to like build something for the people
we didn't.
there.
We did not build shit.
You went and did plays?
Yeah, like we did like street performance and yeah, and
how did you never tell me about this?
I don't know. I guess maybe I should talk more about this.
Yes, you should.
No, Brian, it wasn't Nuevo Laredo, it was in Reynosa. Just over the border from Mission, Texas.
What was your okay, go.
I don't even remember what all the it was just like it's stupid. It's like church camps shit, you know?
I know. Oh, I fucking know.
Yeah.
I don't think I've ever got. I've been on a work trip a couple times through church, and we actually built like a shed. But Matt's out there going full DiCaprio, just passing out fucking drama.
Like performance of my lifetime. You fucking kidding me?
Wow. So wait, you just be on the side of the road, and
no, they would set us up in like I don't know. I was just there for the ride. I was trying to get laid, you know.
All I'm picturing is like those say no to smoking assemblies.
It was something like that. It was like Sunday school, essentially, is what we were doing. And you know, and we were really proud of ourselves.
I would too.
Yeah,
I'm proud of you right now.
Yeah, so I'm standing in solidarity with the people of Martha's Vineyard. I understand the hardship of dealing with a bunch of strange brown people. Okay, and I say this as a half brown myself,
as a half brown strange person himself.
Yeah. So I feel the pain. I know the struggle.
Oh, these poor fucking people, man. How fucking bad does it got to be in your country to go over just rainforest and snakes and pumas and everything that will fucking kill you?
That's just before you get to Mexico, and then you have to deal with the fucking cartel.
Right.
Or the government. And which one's worse? I don't fucking know. Who knows? They're both bad. It's all bad.
Equal partners in crime.
Yeah, and you know what's funny is that so like they've called Desantis a human trafficker, which I mean, depending on your definition, you could make a case, but like that's obviously just a hit piece. But like if we're being like technical and literal, I mean, it's not completely wrong. But also, you'll notice that I never heard any reports of these Venezuelan migrants being asked to be sent back to Venezuela. Even after all the horse shit, they're still like,
just happy
better.
to be here.
It's still better.
Fuck, man.
It's okay.
Fucking A.
I always picture like any number of like, you know, like from 40 to 60-year-old Mexican men that I've worked with over my lifetime. And just like, I picture any of them just going, it's okay. It's okay. You know, like they're not real happy about it, but they're just like, it's okay.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah. So I don't know. Politically and just like exposing hypocrisy was a brilliant move on DeSantis's part, but does it do anything? Probably not in the long run. No, I doubt it.
Pop up that betting line for president.
Oh, okay,
The other day.
All right, yeah. So while I'm
There's
doing
a lot
that,
wrong with all of this. There's just a lot wrong.
Why don't you do a little interlude while I'm pulling that up?
Interlude to what?
to these betting lines. So
Matt sent me betting lines on president the other day. And of course, Donald J. Trump is way up on the list, but there's some real, not even like surprising that they're up there, but I was almost just disgusted at America because it's just like celebrities. It's just fucking celebrities. You know, like after Uvalde and Matthew McConaughey came out, and very nice of him to come out and throw money and, you know, try to help out. But then everybody starts talking about like, oh, he sounds presidential, blah, blah, blah. Like, the man's a good dude.
Shut the fuck up.
The man's a good dude, okay? I get it. He seems like a very good human being. That doesn't qualify him to be a good president.
No.
It doesn't.
All right, so this is from mybookie.com or mybookie.ag, whatever. It's that's where I do my sports gambling at. But I was just scrolling through their board the other day, and yeah, they've got the presidential odds, they've got the Senate, they've got a whole bunch of stuff. Leading the pack for the next president is Donald J. Trump at plus 295. So it's essentially a 3-1 favorite. So how that works is if you bet $100, you'll win 295 back. So 3-1. Desantis is right behind him at plus 360. Joe Biden's a ways behind that at plus 570, followed by Kamala plus 1350. That is very generous for her, I would say.
What was Newsom?
Newsom's at 1525, plus 1525. He is the third highest ranked Democrat.
That motherfucker, I know everybody like new candidates come along and be like, oh, he's going to be authoritarian. Out of everybody, that motherfucker will be the most authoritarian.
Mm-hmm.
Like he kind of scares me.
He's California Trudeau, dude. He's he's pretty and he's smooth when he talks, and he is straight authoritarian. Like, and also remember that's Nancy Pelosi's nephew.
Oh, I did not know that.
Yeah, yep.
That explains a lot.
And also the governor of Oregon is somehow related to that whole deal too, that Kate Brown.
It's just like the monarchy. It's like, oh, the Queen of England is cousin back in the day. Queen of England is cousin with the German Kaiser, blah blah blah. That's nowadays.
That's why American media has been following the dead queen for the last 2 fucking weeks.
Oh, is that why?
Yeah. And then we got Newsom at 1520. Mike Pence, bullshit, at plus 2,000. Not a chance in hell.
Is Liz Cheney on there?
She's got to be on there somewhere.
No, she totally fucked herself.
Oh yeah, Liz Cheney at plus 14,000.
I guess it would be better odds than like say us.
Yeah. So $100 will get you 14,000. $10 will get. I might throw $10 on old Liz just for the payout. You know, $1,400 if Liz becomes would be enough to.
I don't even
just get me started building a bunker.
I don't even think you'd win that if it was a primary.
No. But can you imagine if Liz Cheney was president, how fast we'd be at war with China and Iran? Holy fuck, dude. I'd take all my winnings to build a bunker.
Well, again, today, Uncle Joe saying that he'll defend Taiwan with troops, and then the White House backs it off, and then he says, doubles down on it.
Not really. And then he's like, yeah, I'm serious. I'm serious.
Psych.
Oh,
come on, we'll do push-ups right now.
Dwayne Johnson, also known as The Rock, is plus 5,400. Tucker Carlson at plus 6,200.
That was the other one.
Yeah. Michelle Obama plus 3,600.
You know what's sad about this whole list? This is the best we got, America.
Right.
This is what we vote for.
AOC at plus 9,000. Oh, fucking Babylon B had a great headline about AOC today. It was like AOC talks about how DeSantis kidnapped her from her Venezuelan home and then human trafficked her to Martha's Vineyard where she died.
Oh, they got some good ones, dude.
Oh, they're so funny. So funny. Robert Francis O'Rourke at plus 11,000. So he's still ahead of old Liz Dog. Joe Manchin's at plus 11,000 as well. There's a bunch of them at plus 11,000. Joe Manchin, O'Rourke, Kevin McCarthy, Glenn Youngkin, Mike Bloomberg, Michael
Is Brian
Flynn.
Seltzer on there?
I don't. Ooh, he. That's another one. He's got to be like plus 100,000. Donald Trump Jr. is also at plus 11,000. Candace Owens at plus 12,000. Who is Francis Suarez or Grant Cardone? I don't know those names.
Hold on.
Marsha Blackburn plus 13,000. Oprah's at plus 13,000. I would be offended if I was Oprah Winfrey right now. She's on the same odds as Marsha Blackburn. Come on. Nobody knows who Marsha Blackburn is.
So, Suarez is the mayor of Miami, and he is a Republican, but the mayor does not carry a designation.
Okay, he's big into crypto and shit. He's the guy, because like Miami's like one of those big crypto hubs or what the fuck ever, whatever the kids are doing nowadays.
Why not?
Yeah. Who else? Cory Booker, Spartacus. He's at plus 12,000. Him and little
creep.
Him and little Marco.
Damn, little Marco's way down.
Crenshaw's at plus. Talk about a guy whose stock has fallen a bunch. Is Dan Crenshaw?
Didn't it happen when he when he yelled at a little kid?
That, and then he also like came out kind of somewhat in favor of red flag laws, and then they asked him about the insider trading because he was like one of the top performing congressmen. And he's like, well, how else are we supposed to get ahead? And he just kind of turned out to be a turd. And he's Paul Ryan is still on the list. There's no way Paul Ryan makes a foray back into elected office. Not a chance.
Yeah, he's done.
Greg Abbott. Nah, it's Greg Abbott. That ain't gonna happen. FDR, he didn't get his wheelchair till after he was president. So, am I wrong?
You're not wrong. You're just an asshole.
Okay, I'm not even. LeBron James is at plus 17,000.
Oh no.
Jerry Jones at plus 17,000. Bill Maher.
Is Bill Cosby on there?
Oh, Bill Cosby could run. He was acquitted.
That's right. He was acquitted.
JD Vance is plus 17,000.
Was he acquitted or did he? No. Was it mistrial?
Something like that, but I don't think they're gonna pursue charges again because they used testimony they weren't allowed to because it was part of a plea deal.
Did Hillary Clinton get him out because he's got dirt? Oh no, she just.
He's still alive, so if he's got dirt, he's not. If he's got dirt, he's not threatening to expose it.
He's not. They did it because he kept his mouth shut.
What did the Queen have on Hillary Clinton? We're still waiting for that answer. Mitch McConnell's at plus 17,000. Higher than Matt Gaetz and Rand Paul. I'm gonna call bullshit on my bookie here.
Your Malaysian bookie.
Well, Matt Gaetz and Rand Paul are both liked far more than Mitch McConnell. They're not, neither one of them very well liked nationally, but everybody hates Mitch McConnell. I mean, he's like one of the most universally hated figures in American politics.
Isn't that just the job of whoever is the leader of the Republicans?
I think it's the same way for the Democrats too, because like, is there anybody that likes Nancy Pelosi?
Apparently enough to get her fucking elected.
Well, I mean, the people in her district shit on the street.
Speaking of shitting on the street, I work downtown.
Uh-huh.
And I take a walk sometimes during lunch hour.
Did you step in a dookie?
No. So I was in a single block. There were 4 pieces of human shit on the sidewalk. The whole
Neato.
The whole. I remember when Katie went to San Francisco for the first time, and the first thing that came out of her mouth was like, "That city smells like piss everywhere." That's downtown Denver. It smells like piss fucking everywhere.
It just smells like Tony's bar in Fort Collins.
No, worse, man. Like,
it doesn't even have the beer to mask the piss smell.
There's no masking. And then some days when the wind's blowing, you can smell dog food because the fucking dog food factory is like 3 miles down. So it's just piss and fucking Purina smell.
Dude, Alex Jones is at plus 22,000.
When's he testifying? When's that happening?
He's got another court case going on right now, and it's another one where they went to just summary judgment. So they're the only part of the trial that they're doing is to decide how much he has to pay, which is
so on the not even on any note, it's just brought up. I was going to ask you, what's going on with the January 6th commission? And then I was thinking, like, what's going on with the investigation into the leak of the Roe v. Wade decision? What's going on with those two? Is that just one of those, like, oh, we're going to pretend that shit never happened? Is that one of those?
You can guarantee, I will guarantee right now, we will have more televised January 6th committee hearings between now and the election, because it is everything they can do to make the midterms about Trump, even though he's not in power at all. But the Supreme Court, they were supposed to like be getting close to wrapping up that investigation, I thought. And
what the fuck happened?
I don't know. They might have announced it. I wouldn't be surprised if they announced it and it just had nobody fucking covered it, because they're like, oh,
let me double check here.
Yeah, but yeah, you can bet all the money in the world that there will be more January 6th investigation hearings. That, whatever they call it, the select committee, because Liz Cheney is going to be out of office come January, and the Republicans are probably going to hold the House. So the good thing about politics is the Republicans will not shut down the investigation. They will continue to waste a shitload of money investigating January 6th, and they will get a bunch of sound bites like Trey Gowdy used to do, and Ted Cruz and Jim Jordan, they all do now. And they will sound really good for the camera and just like really give it to these Democrats, and then nothing will fucking happen.
So Gorsuch came out September 9th saying that they'll have the findings here soon.
Okay.
So
they
at
haven't.
least we got that. But
All right.
but the only people I only found one fucking article and it was CNN. Like, did nobody else report on it? Like, what the
Well,
fuck?
and also like CNN is on life support, so they're like scrambling to get back to like a solid like journalistic base, so they have something to go off of because
better grab some of those righties.
Yeah, so they actually might do some solid reporting here in the next, however long, trying to get some sort of trust back. I still don't trust them at all, but they might actually do treat them about like Vanity Fair going forward. Vanity Fair surprisingly has some really good investigative reporting. Surprisingly.
And they'll tell you 10 ways to give you a perk or your bust.
You do have to wade through the women articles to get to the real shit. But yeah, every now and then they do some good reporting. So treat CNN on that level. Like, they're going to feed you a lot of bullshit that nobody cares about. But every now and then they might do some good stuff. Every now and then.
Mm-hmm.
I think that kind of covers it for the main. Let's. I'm gonna take a leak, and we'll come back for the Patreon. But yeah, it's been kind of a shit show of a week, and like, it's always this during this time, like right into the lead up to an election. There's a lot of stories, but nothing's actually happening.
Nothing is.
Yeah, and so like the biggest deal is that Biden said he didn't like conclusively say he was running for re-election. He twice definitively said the pandemic is over. The lefties on Twitter are freaking the fuck out over.
Let's dive into what the proverbial shoe Uncle Joe keeps on putting in his mouth when it comes to COVID.
Yeah. Yeah, because that'll be a good Patreon episode, so we don't get kicked off of the main YouTube channel. And then
because we're talking ill will of the Fuhrer.
Yeah, well, and then anything COVID that's not just like vaccine good, masks work, all that. If you don't say that, then it gets
here. Hold on.
Yeah,
we're gonna try to experiment. I'm gonna say exactly what Joe said and see if we get kicked off. You ready?
All right.
The pandemic is over.
Woo!
Uncle Joe said it was.
He said it, and he is the God King Emperor. So, and then what was and then he also said that we would defend Taiwan with troops on the ground, which is a fucking horrifying thought. Like,
man, I will always defend your honor.
I will too, but like not if you're in Taiwan and we have to like send people over to Taiwan. Like that's yeah, we'll get into that too. So anyhow, this is a good one. This was a good good opening salvo. I have a feeling we're not going to go very late on the Patreon, but it's going to be a good one. Yeah. So move your ass. We're burning daylight.
Eat shit, man.
Nah.
I'm gonna go tingle.
Your eyes up in the morning, beneath the stars so bright. Pull your hat down, make sure your cinch is tight. Horse is kinda snuffy, cold chill up your spine. We'll get your ass moving, son, we're burning daylight. Burning daylight. Burning daylight. In the saddle till the job's done right. Just together, and you won't catch 'em all. But when you ride through the gate, make sure you sit up tall. I can see the horizon, it's looking pretty bright. Well, get your ass moving, son, we're burning daylight. Burning daylight. Burning daylight. In the saddle till the job's done right. Burning daylight. Burning